It is a debilitating tale of tragedy and bleakness for a boy like Richard Opolot, whose arrival on earth was like of any other baby, only to become a homeless orphan before turning an adult. Opolot was brought up by a single mother in Tesoland, but relatives quickly closed their doors on him, fearing he might one day partake of their property. Like most young people, with no one to call a relative, Opolot travelled to Kampala for some manual work, only to be knocked by a train that left him with an arm and a leg. Though he was lucky to survive the accident and receive treatment and an artificial limb from Mulago Hospital, where he stayed even after his treatment, Opolot needs a place to call home, replacement of his artificial limbs that are also now broken, and a livelihood. He needs at least 1.4 to acquire another artificial leg. Though Opolot survived the train accident that shattered his limbs, his present condition and the psychological torture of being a destitute might not spare him. Opolot is now dependent on well-wishers and hoping that one day remorseful relatives who earlier threw him out of their home after his mother's death might call him back, and a probable resurfacing of his unknown father to say, "Look, I was responsible for your birth. Let me take you home." Opolot Richard is now 28 years and an amputee, a situation he has been in since August 2010 when he was involved in a train accident.
No, I have no parents because at the first I don't know the side of my dad. I've never seen him even a single day. I was growing with the side of my mother, which my mother also passed away when I was 10 years. By then, didn't show me my dad, so I was growing with the grandfather. After that, the grandfather passed away in 2006. My uncles, they chased me away in their land. I go and look for my dad, whom I don't know. That's why I came up to Lugasi, where I got a job in tea company, and I got this accident.
Opolot, who was admitted at Mulago National Referral Hospital, was lucky to have gotten a free artificial limb initially. It is now worn out and requires 1.4 million to acquire a new one.
I'm just requesting assistance from anyone or government or anyone who see the problem which I am. I went in Mulago, they are saying they don't have materials. I have to buy a leg, which they requested me 1.400. I have no money.
Most worrying is that Opolot's artificial foot and knee are broken, and chances of shattering while on road are high.
The problem which I have now, my leg, the one I'm using, it got spoiled, which I cannot able to use again like last time when I was feeling okay with it. So the joint himself, it got broken, and now up here I cannot fix it like last time. When I put on, it cannot fix well.
Opolot does not only need a limb, but what to eat, shelter, and relatives.
Only problem which I have is something to do and accommodation of my life as a person. And now the serious problem point is this leg, which helps me to move somewhere or in the church or where I can want to go just to get assistance from me. It's this leg who helps me.
Acquiring an artificial limb costs between 1.4 million to 3.5 at the Mulago National Referral Orthopedic Workshop whenever available.
This kind of specialty is very expensive. All these materials we are talking about are imported and very expensive. So government alone cannot manage to facilitate this. It works with partners in development.
The in charge of the orthopedic workshop, Mulago Kisambira James, explains that in most cases, a few lucky clients get these limbs from partners like the Indian community, which has since contributed about 100 artificial limbs.
On supplementing on what the government supplies, we always engage in writing project proposals to get partners who can come in and help government.
Executive Director Mulago National Referral Hospital, Yarugaba Baterana, says considering what the hospital gets annually, the workshop is highly underfunded.
Now, in real practice, when the patient has healed, that patient is supposed to have an artificial limb. But now we cannot provide artificial limbs because the funding is too small. So that's why we call upon the government that really We need to put more money in Murago Hospital.
Stigma is the most challenging issue, especially to people with physical impairment. Opolot is not exceptional. Whereas people call him many names, he brushes it off with a smile. Opolot appeals for financial assistance from well-wishers to enable him acquire a new limb. Contact him on 0784 46 4502 in the Names of Kisambira James. Mtonyi Hilda, UBC News in Kampala.